It's not a point of proving to all females or the female that you're laying down that you can get all these girls, you can get any girl that you want. Definitely not. But it is definitely about knowing what you can do in the bedroom. It will be some, but for the most part, females will not lay down and be like, oh, don't make that sound effect. Oh, don't make that noise. Oh, no, I don't like that. Oh, you're too loud. Like, no, it's just more so after the fact. It's just like, oh, I didn't enjoy it. What is up, my BBossBaddies and my bad mom fellas? It is your girl Bosana and welcome BBossArmy. So as you guys can tell by the title, today we're going to be talking about stop doing this drinks. So it only makes sense that I talk about this because of the fact that I talked about what you should continue to do, drink. Okay, y'all, so it only makes sense. Now, for those that are going to be like, oh, women are lazy, women don't have to do much, women don't do much. You guys are pretty much right. Like, there's definitely girls that do put in work, whatever. But for the most part, females don't have to do much and, you know, just lay around kind of type of thing. But anyways, we'll get into all of that. And this is the part 2. If you have not seen that part 1, make sure you go ahead and see it by clicking that link down below after this video. And I did a part 2 because literally you guys told me to do a part 2. So of course I'm back with another one. Okay, y'all. Make sure you watch all the way down to 1 so you can get the number 1 thing. All right, y'all. So the number 3 thing on my list is stop pausing because of disturbance. Now, in my other video, I told you guys specifically that don't just keep taking breaks. Don't just keep I can't don't do all that. I'm so extra, I swear. But don't do all that. Down to the details. Hello? I can't right now, yo. I can't. Call me back, fam. Call me back. Are you serious? Like, what are we doing right now? And you want to go pick up your brother's call and tell him, or your homie or your friend or your cousin's call and tell him that right now is not a good time. Wouldn't it make sense? And I know some people be like, well, if it's an important call or if the girl, it doesn't mean much to me, who cares? Like, yeah, I'm talking about the girls that you're trying to have a good life with, right? But obviously, wouldn't it make sense for you guys to just wait? You know, wait until afterwards. It shouldn't take that much longer afterwards unless you guys want to be like, oh yeah, I'd be going for days. I never stop, whatever, you know. I'll be seeing y'all comments. Y'all be really saying stuff like that. But anyways, number 3 is just saying anything that's going to be disturbing you. So it could be to, oh, this is the worst. To change the channel or to turn off the TV or to turn on the TV. Make sure before you have sexual intercourse with that woman that you have it all figured out. You have it all set up. So if you want to be on that Netflix and chill, of course, you're supposed to be watching the movie and then it transition into you guys getting sexually active. For sure that. But I'm trying to say to you guys, if you're going to do that and the show, you don't like it, or the show has scenes, or it's going to be loud, or there's something that's just off and there's something that's going to make you say, oh, let me turn it off, or let me do this, or let me turn the volume down or up, make sure you do it beforehand. Obviously, if you can multitask, then go ahead, try it. Maybe it'll work for you guys, but I'm definitely talking about those guys that literally will go find that remote, switch it, turn it off. Like, I'm just trying to give you guys random examples as well. But maybe if you have something that you hear, like, you know, people that always are paranoid, if you hear the door, oh, somebody's at the door, you go and check. Even if there was somebody at the door, make them wait. So I'm trying to just really say, and all of the stuff that I just mentioned, is make sure that you're actually making that moment of you guys being sexually active a priority. Make it a priority because of the fact that that is one moment right there that you're supposed to be all in, supposed to be really enjoying, you know, and literally going all in, kind of, you know. Depending on you, but you should be. So basically, I hope you guys have that understanding. I really do want to give more examples of disturbing and things that are going to be interfering, but you guys kind of get the idea, I hope. If you don't, let me know down below, and for sure I'll do a little clip or something for you guys to get the idea. So let's go ahead and move on. The next thing on my list is high pitch or anything close to a female sound. This is fun. I like talking about this stuff. Like, first I was just like, I don't know if I can do it because it's just not my thing. I don't really like to get that deep into things, but this is fun. Like, it's funny and it's fun, and obviously we're all adults here. I'm hoping. Don't be watching my if you're less than like 18 years old, right? But like, this is just having a fun conversation. Almost like, you know, if we're just friends and we're chilling, I'm gonna tell you, you know, don't do this with your girl. I'm supposed to be your wing girl. Is that a thing, wing girl? There's wing man, so there should be a wing girl. But I'm trying to be here and help you guys out. I'm trying to save you guys from things that you don't have to go and experience and be like, damn, I wish I knew better. And I know I see all the time comments of, oh, I wish I knew this a year ago, or now it's too late. Now just keep listening and, you know, pay attention, take notes, because it will really help you guys and save a lot of you men. Okay, so as I was saying with this one, a high pitch or anything close to a female sound. First of all, let's say this to make it easier for you guys. Whatever sounds that female is making, so you guys are doing your thing, you guys are making love, or actually whatever that you guys are deciding to do, if she's enjoying it or at least making sound effects, do not feel the need to go ahead and make something return or try to compare to her. I don't want to make the sounds on YouTube because it's a little weird. Like, I know I'm not trying to be, you know, like a certain way, but I'm just saying, like, this is really personal stuff, right? So I'm just saying that if a female's on the bed and she's over here making those sound effects, you know, whatever sound effects that she likes to make, do not try to size up to her. Do like size down, because you're the man, not size up. You're supposed to not size down. Stay up here. So you being the man, you're not supposed to be all in there trying to make all these loud noises. When I say high pitch, there is some guys out here, not from my experience, but from what I've heard, guys over here hitting that sound that a woman would hit, or hitting that, like, they went from a little like manly voice, or, you know, let's just not say so deep, and they went all the way up. When they're busting that nut, they can't control how the sound is coming out their mouth. Make sure that you can do that. Yes, you might enjoy that feeling in the moment of that nut, but for sure you have to make sure that when you are in there, don't do nothing that's gonna be like, what the, you don't want her to just be like, what is going on? You guys might have experienced this, or you guys may not know at all, or maybe not heard of it, but there is moments where people literally act so different because of the fact that they are, you know, like, you have a moment where you're acting completely different, and it's simply because of that. So please have control over your, because if you can, that means you'll know what you're saying, what you're doing, what you're hitting, all that stuff. Because, like, don't get so carried away and so involved. Like, yes, you want to have a good, but of course, at the end of the day, you don't want to look like a simp. You don't want to look so soft, or you don't want the girl looking at you and saying, like, not that sound effect, or not that sound, or he's enjoying this a little way too much. Let me find out that he doesn't get no, right? No. Right? So you don't want to be that guy at all. And it's not a point of proving to all females, or the female that you're laying down, that you can get all these girls, you can get any girl that you want. Definitely not. But it is definitely about knowing what you can do in the bedroom, right? You want to know what you're doing in the bedroom, and you want to know how to be able to handle that female, or anything that's close to a female sound. Is just any sound that's like relatable to her sound, anything that she's gonna pick up and be like, oh, I don't like that sound because he sounds like he's not being an alpha male. And I won't only say a high pitch or a female sound, but you know, when you are an alpha male, and I talk about it, or I will be talking about it, I don't know when I'm posting videos or when I'm doing certain videos, whatever order these videos go up, in that video that I'll talk about, or I have talked about, if it's already up before this video, I will be talking about what sound effects that are best for a male, in my opinion, that I've heard, what I've heard and what other females heard, and to basically have a nice ratio, or a good, let's say, a rating. Then you'll know that, like, this is what females prefer, instead of you saying this. And I feel like really a lot of fellas get confused of saying certain words, saying certain sound effects, sounding a certain way, or am I too quiet, or am I too loud? Like, fellas really do get confused with that sometimes, because, you know, females will not lay down, and there will be some, but for the most part, females will not lay down and be like, oh, don't make that sound effect, oh, don't make that noise, oh no, I don't like that, oh, you're too loud. Like, no, it's just more so after the fact. It's just like, oh, I didn't enjoy it, or he was all in there like sounding like a female, or he was all in there enjoying it way too much, like he never got ever. That's how it would normally go. So for sure, fellas, just be the alpha male that you are. Because even though me giving you advices, y'all, like, you'll kind of know what you're doing and what you should do following, because you're just like, okay, I'm a man, this is what I do, this is how I know how to do it, this is how I'm gonna do it, right? And of course, if you're raised different and stuff like that, it's gonna be more difficult. But for the most part, try to really get in tune with that alpha male side of yours, the same way females should get really in tune with that feminine side of theirs. Okay, so let's go ahead and move on to the last thing. What do you guys think is the last thing for things that you guys should stop doing in the bedroom? I don't know. Maybe you guys may have answers, because you guys probably went through experiences and felt like, oh, why did I do that? Or maybe a female actually told you, why did you do that? Don't ever do that, right? I don't know. But if you guys have experiences, make sure to comment it down. Not just for me, but most definitely for the other people watching, because those people really get helped. And I love seeing you guys interact in the comments, because it's just like, not even you guys rely on me, but like, you comment down there so somebody else can help you and reach out to you, and people really do it. So I love seeing that. And go ahead, comment your experience, what you realize, like, don't do this with women don't like this, and what's best. Okay, so the last thing on my list, y'all, is the same position. Now, I feel like maybe somebody will guess this, because it's just like, you know, from experiences, this is, I feel like, one of the highest thing that's out there. Obviously, everything I said today, it's not every female. You might find a female that loves what I said, like, for some reason loves what I said, but I'm definitely trying to give you an overall view of what females feel like and what they like, right? So when I'm saying do not stay in the same position, it's very self-explanatory. There's not much I can say, but I'm telling you guys, yes, from simple to wanting the most or difficult, whatever it is, the type of female that you are literally experimenting with, and take it like that, because that's what if it's supposed to be like you guys having intercourse with somebody, you should not just be like, okay, I have it done, I know what to do, and let's just leave it like this. Every time we're gonna have intercourse, I'm gonna make it just like this. Every time we have intercourse, it's just gonna be simply this every time. Or let's do this because I know it's a safe way. Yes, moments where you're having a quickie, things like that, go ahead, have a safe way. But most definitely, especially if you guys are seeing each other often, especially if you're in a relationship, you have to switch it up. And in one of my videos when I was talking about this talk, I was telling you guys there's so many things that people can experiment and do out here. There's so many things that you can try out here. And it might sound like, oh no, that's too much, or oh no, I would never. But either way, when things are dying down, or you see that she's not getting turned on by you anymore, she's not liking certain things about you, there's something that you can do different. And yes, a female will have a favorite position. Maybe she'll have more than one, but most definitely when you try something else, and if she does not like it, all you know is from all the things that I've said, the things that you learned in the bedroom, that, okay, I know when this happens, she doesn't like it. So it's always a matter of switching it up, because when you get a woman too comfortable with that feeling, it's just like, don't know to expect. And if you have it like going on that well, to expect good D, right? Don't know to expect that. But then it's just going to be like, okay, we're always doing the same thing. Like, he doesn't switch it up. You never want a female to get used to anything, whether it's you doing things a certain way. No, because if a female gets way too comfortable in that environment, then she will eventually want to experiment. This is why a lot of females lead into literally cheating, because they're so used to what you're doing. They want something new, whether your D is good or bad. And obviously if it's bad, then she's not going to want that. But whether if that's the case, she's most definitely going to go somewhere else and try it out, and you don't want that. All right. So I really hope this video helped you guys out, and if it did, make sure you give me a big thumbs up. Make sure you follow me on my social media. Make sure you check out my Patreon, and yes, make sure you check out everything else. Everything's down below, and you guys will see me in my next video. Bye, guys.